What we're manifesting for this week? Cooler temps, a slower news cycle, and everyone collectively agreeing that the 4th of July holiday will actually start on Thursday. Sorry to our friends who are not in the States. I'm Kate with Marketecture, and this is The Refresh, your weekly download on what went down in advertising. This week we're talking about the FTC greenlighting the Omnicom IPG merger, what's up with CTV, hint it's not CPMs, and the darker side of Cannes. Before we get into it, a quick thank you to our sponsor FreeWheel for your continued support. Now let's talk about the news. After months of speculation around whether Omnicom and IPG's $13.5 billion-ish merger would go through, the FTC just gave it the go-ahead. Scrutiny of the deal was originally rooted in more classic antitrust concerns, too much power under one roof, and then it quickly evolved into more politically motivated concerns, that the combined agency powers would be able to exert even more control over which media platforms and publishers received client ad spend, creating the potential for them to silence those with certain political or ideological views. To finalize the deal, the FTC and Omnicom IPG agreed to a consent decree, a court order that formalizes an agreement between two parties. At a high level, the consent decree says that Omnicom and IPG can't coordinate boycotts of certain media platforms or publishers based on their political views or ideologies. But their clients do still have complete decisioning power over where they choose to advertise. They just have to be the ones calling the shots on where their ads are going to run, including developing any allow lists or block lists. The consent decree will be active for 10 years, and the FTC said that they're going to require the company to file annual compliance reports for 5 years. Jumping over to CTV, which is starting to grapple with the side effects of supply outpacing demand. Digiday reported CTV CPMs are down roughly 10 to 30% year over year. The reason? A surge in premium supply and ad tech capabilities. Advertisers of all types have better access to more sophisticated opportunities, allowing them to capitalize on efficiencies, creating more precise and outcomes-oriented buys. CTV inventory and opportunities will continue to vary widely, but as the market starts to regulate itself, I would expect to see value being redefined and a greater pricing split emerge between cheaper, long-tail, or mass-reach inventory and premium supply that's been curated or packaged together with specific data and tied to performance outcomes. Our final story lands us on the darker, heavier side of industry news. Cannes Lions still has a harassment problem. After multiple reports of sexual harassment and assault at last year's festival, Cannes introduced new safeguards this year. But these measures alone can't fix a culture that tolerates harmful behavior. True safety at a massive, sprawling event like Cannes requires all of us to be eyes and allies everywhere, and to be ready and willing to speak up when something isn't right. For many, this is a sensitive and emotional topic that also carries an element of fear. Will I experience backlash or retaliation for speaking out? What if I say the wrong thing, publicly or privately? But we have to talk about it. In our workplaces, to our colleagues, with the people that we trust, and with the people that we might feel intimidated by. And not just surrounding high-profile events like Cannes, but on an ongoing basis. That's all we have time for today. I hope everyone has a great week and a productive short week for those of us in the US. Thanks for joining us for The Refresh, and we'll catch you next week.